The following is a paid advertisement for Rice and Shine, brought to you by ITV. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hello, my name is Donald Barrett, and welcome back to a brand new edition of ITV. On our show today, we're going to be talking about chronic degenerative diseases, such as cancer, heart disease, diabetes, fibromyalgia, even arthritis. My guest today is Patty McPeak. She's the founder of Nutricia, a revolutionary company out to change the world's eating habits and health. Stay tuned, we have a very fascinating show. Patty, thanks for being my guest.
Thank you so much for having me, Donald.
First, how did you get involved in natural products?
When I was 3 years old, I had a vision that I was supposed to do something that was going to change mankind, that was going to be so important that there was nothing that could get in the way of me fulfilling that mission. Initially, what I thought I was going to do was find a way to end world hunger. And in the process, I discovered a food that is so powerful.
And it's a food byproduct that was once considered useless, am I correct?
That is right. Rice bran is the largest wasted food resource on Earth, with over 60 million metric tons every year, either turned into the soil, burned, or discarded.
Now, it's a part of the rice?
It is the brown part of the brown rice kernel that's removed when brown rice is converted to white rice. It has an enzyme in it that causes the fat in the rice bran to go rancid very, very quickly. The brown part of the kernel is called the bran layer, and it's removed in the milling process. And what I have been able to do is develop a method and equipment that catches that bran as it comes off of the brown rice kernel, and within seconds it deactivates this enzyme, giving the rice bran a shelf life of 2 to 3 years.
And it's nutrient rich. Did people know this before?
No, no one ever knew this, because it was never used or considered to be used as a food. And so I joined with the USDA in 1981 and began to develop a process to stabilize the rice bran. And the resulting product is this. This is Rice and Shine, and it is loaded with not only all of the nutrients that are inherent in the rice bran, but in a form that are so bioavailable that the human system is able to absorb them rather readily.
Why wouldn't people just eat brown rice?
Because when people cook brown rice, they boil it for 45 minutes, and the B vitamins steam off and are destroyed. The same with all of the naturally occurring other antioxidants, of which we now have numbered over 120.
120 different antioxidants?
Naturally occurring in the rice bran.
And antioxidants protect us against free radicals that wreak havoc on the body. I always call them metabolic terrorists.
That is exactly correct. You're right about
and
that.
120 antioxidants would be like I always say, a bulletproof vest
It is.
against these free radicals.
That's exactly right. They cause you to age very rapidly.
If you don't have antioxidants, you're aging faster.
The free radicals damage your skin, and they damage every organ in the body.
Now, people turn on their TV or they go to the health food store and they see all these different, nutrients on the market or products that claim to help people with, chronic degenerative diseases. What makes this product, this Rice and Shine, any different?
Well, it's unique in that it has all of the various components that you're finding individually in the health food store. It has all of the B vitamins. It has the most incredible complex of vitamin E, which includes something called tocotrienols that only exist in 3 places in nature: in rice bran, barley, and palm oil.
Palm oil.
You got it. And we found that it has the most incredibly dense nutrient profile. Whoa, that was pretty exciting.
There's so many people out there that take different multivitamins. A lot of people go to the health food store, the drug store, and they buy A, B, C, and D. What's the difference between, vitamins and whole foods? Because this is a whole food.
That is correct. It is a whole food. It's a concentrated brown rice, actually. So it's even more than just a whole food. And you have the essence of the brown rice concentrated. And it's an amazing complex of nutrients. And these nutrients are far more bioavailable to the human system because you have certain trace minerals and other factors that are called, whereas when you go and buy a vitamin, it has been isolated, and all of the natural isomers and cofactors that our Creator has given us to be able to utilize these nutrients and to repair our bodies and cells, they aren't there. And that's why a number of studies showed that we're only absorbing about 33% of our vitamins that we take in.
Right, I've heard that.
And by the way, it doesn't count if you take all of the B vitamins out of rice and then you put in a synthetic B1, B2, and B3, you're not getting the full complement that your body is looking for. Your body knows what it needs, and your body is the most miraculous device on the entire planet, probably in the entire universe. But it needs the nutrient tools to heal itself.
Now, the product that we're talking about today is called Rice and Shine.
Rice and Shine.
Now, how do people take the product? Is it a drink?
Yes.
It's a drink. So
It's
you
a
mix
powder.
It's a powder.
Correct.
And you mix it, you have a little shaker cup, you mix it up.
A little shaker bottle, and you add a little ice to it, a little water, a little ice. That's it.
Let's talk about diabetes for a second, because diabetes is a disease that's running rampant. I mentioned to you before that a lot of my friends have type 2 diabetes.
Well, this is all because of severe nutrient deprivation. We are all suffering from the same disease, whether your friends have type 2 diabetes, coronary heart disease, cancer. These are all diseases that are caused by severe nutrient deprivation.
Children are getting now adult onset diabetes. Children are getting it. They don't even call it adult onset anymore. You have specific studies on diabetes.
Yes, we did a 57-subject study on type 1 and type 2 diabetes patients. And at the beginning of the trial, the type 1 diabetes patients had blood sugar levels of 172 averaging. At the end of the trial, 60 days later, they were 116. So we lowered the blood glucose level by 33% in type 1s. Type 2s were exactly the same experience. And at the same time, we found that the cholesterol was reduced, the triglycerides were reduced. And as a matter of fact, I've received 4 patents, 2 for diabetes and 2 for coronary heart disease, for those very reasons.
Now, do you have some examples of people that have had great results with diabetes?
Yes, I do.
I mean, I know you had the study.
Yes.
But as far as getting the product out into the marketplace, are people calling back and saying it's lowering my sugar levels?
That is right.
Now, cancer has affected my family terribly. It's one of the reasons I host these shows. My dad had liver cancer. I had a brother that died of brain cancer. And I know you also have studies on cancer.
Again, these potent antioxidants and many of these nutrients are protective. They're protective at the cellular level. That's why they're so important. They're important for every disease state that we have tested these products on.
Now, what's in the product that helps people so much? I know it's a whole food.
It is a whole food, and that's very important. Our bodies were created to get our nutrients not from pills and supplements, but from
which are made by man.
Which are made by man and refined by man and purified by man. Our bodies need special components called synergists, catalysts, and cofactors that they can't utilize many of the vitamins and minerals without these being present. When we purify our foods and we eliminate so many of these vital nutrients, and they all exist right here in this product.
You mean like when we cook our foods, or a lot of our foods today don't even have all those nutrients in it?
Correct.
Because the way the soil is depleted.
The soil's depleted, and also because we remove them when we process the important nutrients.
Now, are we talking about energy too? Do people feel energy when they take the product?
They feel an enormous energy. That's one of the first effects that we're finding when people go on the Rice and Shine as an example. That's one of the first things they notice is that they have a natural energy. It's like a high, but it's not a high that makes you antsy or edgy. It's something that you feel very good.
Right.
You feel content.
I know one of your slogans is "Feel good again."
Feel good again. That's right.
How long does it take for people to notice the difference?
Well, you know, it really depends on each individual's state of nutrition. But in most people, within the first day or two, they notice a tremendous change in how they feel. They have a much higher energy level, and they feel at peace with themselves. They have a regulation of their bodily functions, including the bowels.
Right, because most Americans are constipated.
Absolutely. We haven't even touched on the incredible fiber that resides in this rice and shine.
Fiber.
And it's the good fiber. It's the insoluble fiber that actually scours the intestines and keeps them clean and able to uptake nutrients, because that's where the real digestion occurs, is in the intestine.
Does this help you become more regular also?
That's correct, when you take this.
Right.
And some of these fiber supplements are very, very deleterious to your health. They're very bad. And this is the finest fiber on the planet today. And it has an incredible effect of keeping your entire gastrointestinal tract clean and clear. And it's also a source of some very important nutrients for the probiotics that reside in your colon that also help regulate your entire system. And it gives you a wonderful way to start your day.
Now, do you take it first thing in the morning?
Yes.
So it gives you sustained energy all day long?
That is correct.
Because there's a lot of other products out there, you know, that were taken off the market that give you jitters and everything like that. It has no effect like that.
It has a very calming energy. You just feel like you have an abundance of energy and you're ready to face the day. It's really well named because rice and shine, you really do want to rise and shine.
And it's a drink.
That is right. You can add water to it. If you prefer to add juice, you can add juice. But a little water and a little ice.
A ton of patents on the product. Diabetes, heart disease. How can this help?
These are diseases that are diseases of malnutrition or nutrient deprivation. It doesn't mean that you're not getting enough calories, but you're not getting the nutrient tools your body needs to heal itself. There are some very special compounds that exist in this product that are quite unique. One of them is called phytosterols. These phytosterols modulate the immune response. It's the best protection you can have in the world today.
Right. I've never seen a company with so many different patents or so many different studies, nutritional products. You know, you always see the pharmaceutical companies because they all, they always have the big bucks. They're always using the other people's money to do the studies. But you never really see a company with a natural product that has all the research and documentation and patents that your company has.
You know, that's what has been such an amazing experience. I've just received my 6th patent.
It's a natural COX-2 inhibitor.
It's a
you were
natural
just telling me
COX,
before the show.
yes, exactly. This is an amazing task to be able to do all of these things with one product.
And your company has discovered a way to stabilize this rice bran. Until then, like I said, it was like a useless byproduct.
That is right.
Now, your company has stabilized the product, so there must be an abundance of this product out there to help people.
Well, you know, it's the first step is stabilizing the rice bran, but that's only the beginning. Once I had stabilized the rice bran, it wasn't a very easy product for people to take. But I wanted to put it into a form that people that were very, very ill would be able to take it. Rice and shine.
Now, how about liver function? I mean, I always ask about liver because my dad with liver cancer, but I know there's a lot of other challenges a lot of people have with their liver.
Well, I happen to think that the liver is the key organ in the body. I think it's the key to the heart health, to the pancreas. I personally believe that diabetes begins in the liver, not in the pancreas. Heart disease begins in the liver. So you must have a very functioning, healthy liver. It's just amazing. The body has an enormous ability to heal itself if we give it the right nutrients. But if you don't give it the nutrients, it cannot accomplish this. And unfortunately, medication treats symptoms. This is at the foundational level of health. This is supplying health at the cellular level.
Speaking of medications, I always hear about drug nutrient depletion.
Most of your drug medications that have an adverse effect affect the liver. Your statin drugs, as an example, have a very bad effect on the liver. And that's the miracle of this product. Not only does it lower cholesterol, triglycerides, and apolipoprotein B.
It lowers cholesterol too?
Dramatically lowers cholesterol. I have 2 patents, 2 U.S. patents on that alone.
I mean, people out there, they're all, they're taking all these products. You see them on television every day, to lower cholesterol. Could this help people naturally, or do they have to take it in conjunction with a drug?
No. However, of course, we don't make any recommendations relative to decreasing any medication. But if you take this product and you're taking a statin drug, your doctor will naturally titrate that drug down to a point where either you're taking the minimum dosage or you may not even need it at all.
So basically, they wean you off. Or they can wean you off.
That is exactly right.
But if they're taking these drugs, and I talked about drug nutrient depletion just a minute ago, this can replace the nutrients that they're losing from taking all the pharmaceutical drugs.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you think about it, all the people out there that are taking the pharmaceutical drugs, a lot of them don't even take nutrients to replace the nutrients they're losing. I don't think a lot of people even understand that when they take drugs, it wipes out nutrients in their body.
Well, I know of no other way to get this complex of nutrients except through this product. Our bodies need a vast number of these special phytonutrients. You hear the word phyto, which means plant. That's all it means.
Right.
Plant nutrients. This is the most complex form of plant nutrients in all of nature. I can't even imagine anything else that has 120 naturally occurring antioxidants.
120 is unbelievable. I mean, like you said to me before, if you compare it to garlic, garlic has how many?
12.
12. I mean, how did you discover that this product was so great for people?
I really didn't set off to do this. I set off to find a food that would help end world hunger. And as I began analyzing it, I began to see this picture unfold of this incredibly nutrient-dense food. I had no idea that it was the richest source of vitamin E complex in nature. It is one of the richest sources of the B vitamins, which are so vital for every single function in the human system.
B vitamins are important.
B vitamins, very, very important. This even has something called B15, which many people have not heard of. It's a vital antioxidant that's very important to the health of the body. Coenzyme Q10, alpha-lipoic acid, all of these are naturally occurring in this product.
I always say fish oil, but the omega-3s and the omega-6s. And that's
right.
the reason why people take fish oil.
Which can have a mixed bag because fish today is so highly contaminated by mercury. You must be very, very careful that the fish oil that you're taking and the fish you're eating, which is the primary fatty acid in olive oil, naturally occurring in a perfect blend.
Now, what if somebody is taking a multivitamin? Can they put their multivitamin aside if they start taking this, since it's so nutrient dense?
If you just take vitamins, your body can't do anything with them. I personally think that you don't need to take a multivitamin. We have added a couple things that do not occur in our product, like vitamin D, does not naturally occur in the rice bran, as well as vitamin C. But beyond that, you really have everything that you need to maintain full health right here in this drink.
And people will feel the difference.
Oh, immediately.
Heart disease. Let's elaborate on heart disease a little bit. It's still close. It's either 1 or 2, the #1 killer still in the United States. I think it was passed by cancer recently.
Well, they're racing neck and neck.
They're racing neck and neck, but heart disease, I mean, it seems like, I think I read a study that every 60 seconds that somebody dies of a heart attack. How can this help people that may have a heart condition or have heart challenges?
Well, we could take a whole program and devote it to this alone.
Right.
It reduces the LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol. It reduces triglycerides. It has some very key components in it called polysaccharides and beta-sitosterol, another phytosterol that is very important in lowering cholesterol. In fact, the FDA just recently has allowed us to give people this beta-sitosterol and make a claim that it reduces cholesterol.
You can make that claim.
Yes, you can make that claim. Yes, that's exactly correct.
And that's in this product.
That's
also.
in that product, and naturally occurring.
Naturally in the whole
naturally
food.
occurring in
It's not
its
picked
whole,
apart.
That's right. It has all of the extra little nutrients that the body needs to to make it bioavailable, to assimilate it and convert it into cells at the cellular level.
Weight loss. Even the medical community saying 50% of people are overweight or are considered clinically obese by medical standards. Even children today. I mean, when I was out in California recently, I saw all the reports in California about how children are becoming obese. It's epidemic.
It truly is. As a matter of fact, our governor, Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, has formed a commission to address obesity because it is becoming a very serious case. It's very serious, particularly in our young children.
It's sad.
It's very, very sad. As a matter of fact, I have been honored by the governor to be appointed to his council on obesity prevention. And there are 12 of us, and we're going to have an impact on the entire United States because obesity is a disease that can be handled. It can be conquered. And I really applaud his leadership in taking this position against obesity and pro-health.
Rice is a carbohydrate.
Correct.
Now, how do people lose weight taking carbohydrates? Because you always hear about, these diets, you need protein, and you should stay away from carbs. But this is a meal replacement.
That's exactly right. Well, the carbohydrate issue is very interesting. What we have here is concentrated brown rice. The white rice, which is what most people consume, is not part of this mixture. It's the net carbohydrates that are important. Here you have carbohydrates which are primarily fiber. And fiber is not a carbohydrate that increases your blood glucose level.
Does it fill you up?
It's very interesting. It does fill you up. It fills you up so much that after you have this drink, you probably won't want to have breakfast. And whereas, usually about 10:30 or 11 o'clock, you start feeling that little hunger pain. Frequently, it's 1 o'clock and all of a sudden you realize, oh my goodness, I've missed my lunch. It is that powerful.
So you don't get the hunger pains as often.
You're not foraging, looking, how people, when they're on a diet, are always looking for something. That's the body saying, hey, guy, I need some protein. I need some B vitamins. I need you to get this for me. And that's what the craving system is all about.
And when you get the whole foods, you get all those nutrients.
All of those nutrients.
You're 65, you said, and
yes.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Because a lot of people want to put things on the outside to make them look beautiful.
No, you create good skin from the inside, not from the outside.
And how come we're not getting these nutrients from the foods that we eat?
We live in a very fast-paced society. And instead of eating slow foods, we're eating fast foods. And these fast foods are highly processed.
Right, they're putting all these chemicals into foods today.
Not only chemicals, but many of our foods like these soy, you can hardly buy soy in the United States today that hasn't been genetically modified. Now, I personally don't want to take any genetically modified foods. I don't think it's nice to fool with Mother Nature. Soy also has a number of anti-nutritional factors that make it not very good for human consumption. Soy was never intended to be a food for human consumption. Now, rice, on the other hand, man has a symbiotic relationship with rice. That has been the principal food on the planet for the past 7,000 years, and it is today. Most of the world consumes rice as their primary source of nutrition. There are nutrients out there that enable the body to heal itself. This is going to take a lot more money, but I'm going to be doing studies on this to prove these things that we're seeing anecdotally are really, really happening.
Right.
But it's exciting. It's so fulfilling to help people like that.
We're running out of time, and we are going to have you back on another show.
I would love to. I would love to because it's what makes me get up in the morning. It's what makes me at 65 want to work and never want to stop what I'm doing. I've had so many incredible experiences.
Are there any last thoughts you'd like to share with our audience? I mean, we only have a few minutes left.
Rice and Shine sounds like a wonderful, happy little drink, but this is very serious nutrition. This is the beginning of the road to health. Regardless of your state, the state of your health, this is one of the most important things that you can do, either to
Even if someone's not sick.
even if they're not sick, you give your body the nutrient tools it needs to heal itself. This is the most important gift you can give your body. This is the most important thing that you can do to get back in control of your health. The body has a miraculous ability to heal itself. It is the only thing that can heal itself. This is at the cellular level. This is how we can return to a state of health once again.
And it's easy, and it's simple, and it tastes great.
That's right, exactly.
Patty McPeak, it was a fascinating show. We'll have you back.
Thanks so much, Donald.
My name is Donald Barrett, and we'll see you on another edition of ITV. Thanks for being with us.
Nutricia, changing the way America feels about whole food nutrition.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The proceeding was a paid advertisement for Rice and Shine, brought to you by ITV.